This is where the two threads of my videos will collide. My religion, my faith, and my mental illness. I have OCD. And I've talked about OCD and my trials with different medications in many of my videos. The worst part of OCD is it's a disease of certainty. You want to be certain that your hands are clean. You want to be certain that you turned the gas off. You want to be certain that that you're doing the right thing. And if you did not, it's the end of the world, and you can't stop thinking about it. I am one of those people with OCD who see things and get overwhelmed by it and freeze because I can't do it good enough. So why try if it's not going to be good enough? And here's where my faith comes in. I know we are all sinners, but my OCD tells me that I have to be perfect. That if I am not spreading the gospel every time I'm with another person, that I am not going to hell, but I will face God's wrath. And I think that's the way a lot of people view God. A lot of people ask, are you a God-fearing man? I don't think that's the important question anymore. I think it's, are you a God-loving man? Because if you fear God, you will obey him. Most of the people obeyed the law because they were afraid of God. Jesus came to show us and to tell us we don't need to fear God. We need to love him. Yes, if you turn your back on him, you will be alone. Your life will end at life. The wicked will be punished. And I don't want to get into a debate about hell right here. Watch one of my earlier videos. But it paralyzes me. Like just today, I usually have a standing Bible study with a friend of mine. And he is very religious. He's a fundamentalist. And my church was having its annual meeting today at 12. My Bible study was at 2. I wanted to see... My friends were going to see Captain America Civil War. And I thought, I am putting this above God. I am an idolater. I am bad. And I realized that my OCD is a legalist. My OCD is a fundamentalist. And my friend, okay, so we went to the movie, and my friends, I'm not going to say their names here. They popped a tire, and I was convinced that the tire popping was because I left and missed my church's meeting in the Bible study. And so I was convinced, halfway the ride home, that something bad was going to happen. That God was going to punish me, either kill me or some kind of disaster. And there were little things, like oil in the trunk and all these other things. Like I said, I don't get too personal here. But my friend, when I talked about this, said, wow, your God is like the Aesir, which are bad Norse gods. And then I realized I am serving a false god when I think this way. And that's idol worship. And that's what I think fundamentalists do. They have a little bit of this OCD thinking. They are so petrified of being punished by God that all they do is hide their talent without even putting it in a bank. They hide the fruit of the Spirit. But it is even worse than that. You are doing evil because you believe you're doing good. Hate, fear, war. All these things come from worshiping this God. And I'm sorry to say this, but Franklin Graham, you, Sarah Palin, Glenn Beck, you worship the same God as al-Zawahiri. You worship the same God as Osama bin Laden. Now, I'm not saying you are as bad as Osama bin Laden. You're not. But what I'm saying is you fear him the same way they fear him. But God is not the God of fear and hate. No, Jesus is the God of love. And not the type of love that, look at what he did. Look at what little Timmy did. Isn't that quaint? Patterson. No, he hates it when we sin. It hurts him when we sin. But there's a middle ground, people. So, don't fear God. You already know God. You fear God. Stop fearing God and go to the next step and love him. Because God is not a God of misunderstanding and fear. God is a God of love and transformation. And if you give up your fear, God will transform you too. And I'm even talking to those, I don't know if any people on the ISIS side, people on the right-wing side, Jewish extremists in Israel, Buddhists, all faith have this illness. But I do believe that the only way past this is through Jesus. God bless. Stop letting your fear run your life and ruin everyone else's. Bye.